Yo, what's up guys, it's Relic here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make these like hollow slash interface icons you can use for your banners and stuff. Uh, Very easy to make. All you have to do is follow these steps. I'll make sure I go over everything um, as far as detail wise, everything you need to know. So just make sure you follow along. If I'm going too fast, you can always rewind the video and pause it, do whatever you have to do. But let's get started. Okay. So, this is what we're going to be looking at, and I put the color palettes here. I'm going to go over the codes for you just to make this a little bit easier. So first what you want to do is you're going to want to go select your custom shape tool and make sure you have your rounded square selected, and the color we're going to be using is this color right here, 85898A. Alright. Go ahead and draw out your shape. You want somewhat of a wide shape. You don't want too much of a up and down tall shape. Alright, right click that, rasterize layer. What we're going to do is we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to hold control and click on the thumbnail just so we can see. And you're going to use your arrow keys to move it up about right there, and control D to deselect. Now we're going to focus on the rim. If you want, you can name it rim. I'm just going to leave it just for the sake of the video. Alright, we're going to add a gradient overlay. Make sure your blend mode's on normal and opacity 100 just for the moment. And we're going to add these colors here. At location 0%, you want the color 595B, 5D. At location 50%, you want the middle color 929697, and at 100% you want the same color as you had for the first one, 595B, 5D. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. Now we're going to put the angle to 0, and let's size this down to about 75. And we're going to add a drop shadow. You want your distance to be 2, size to be 2, and you want your opacity to be 30. You want to add a bevel and emboss. You can leave all this the same, but change your direction to down, size to 4, and soften to 12. Bring your highlight opacity to 20. Make sure it's on screen. Bring your shadow mode to screen and set this to about 18. Alright. Then after you've completed that, you want to go back to the first shape, the square here. We're going to add a stroke. You want your size to be 1. Your opacity, you're going to want about let's leave that right there just for a moment. You want your fill type to be gradient, and at location 0%, you want the color to be white. And this top box up here on the right corner, you're going to bring this to location 50%, and we're going to change the opacity all the way down to 0. That way you have white to transparent. Alright, now we can change this. I'm going to go with about 40. Perfect. Alright, leave it like that. And we're going to add an inner shadow as the last thing. Make sure your angle's set to 90, distance to 0, choke 20, size 20. Make sure your color is set to white. And we're going to bring the opacity to, blend mode to normal, and opacity to 10. And that's it. That's it for the top part. Now the last thing we need to add is the vents, the little circles that go in here. Fairly simple. Make sure black is your foreground color. Grab your ellipse tool, click and hold Alt to draw out a basic, equal shape. I'm gonna redo that. There we go. Alright, right click, rasterize layer, and we're going to set the fill to 30. I'm going to use the same color as this middle actually. Okay. You know what? Look at this. Okay. Fill that in. Alright, now we're going to add an inner shadow. Make sure your angle's 90. You want your distance to be 2. And your size to be 2. And go ahead and click OK. Now all you have to do is Control T. We're going to scale this down. And after that you can move it to the box. Might have to scale this down a little bit more. You don't want it too small, but unfortunately it's really hard to get this. Let's see. A little bit bigger. Might take you a couple of tries. Let's see. That should be good. Alright, and use your arrow keys to move it up. Then all you have to do is duplicate this, move it over, duplicate. You could convert to smart object, make it faster, but for the sake of the video I'm just going to do this. And there you go. That wraps it up. That gives you your like hollow / interface box. Really cool. And then like if you wanted to put your links in here, like for your banner, like Facebook or whatever team you're on or whatever, you can make that hollow by the same technique we use for the circles, like the vents, and just fit it in here and cut off the edges, or you could just do a clipping mask, whatever. You can do all kinds of stuff. I'd probably go crazy with it by putting like bolts and wires and stuff, but yeah, hope that was simple enough. Hope you guys were able to follow steps. If not, like I said, you can just fast forward or rewind or pause, whatever you gotta do. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next video. If you have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section below. Drop me a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. And see you guys in the next video. Peace.